This week in Akihabara, as you can imagine, because of the fact that Valentine's Day was not too long ago, there are still some pop-up stores going on for some of the series celebrating Valentine's Day. For example, there was one for Market Heroine. As usual, the blue hat slob was just eating all I'm picking out in some of the art, if I'm not mistaken. That said, the art for the goods themselves were actually pretty nice. I do especially like the one for Lemon in particular. I don't know if it's because of the color scheme that they picked, but it gave me a very slightly Tron-ish, spacey, a bit futurish vibe to it. Maybe it's because of the darkish color with the chocolate mint-esque color trims on it. Frankly, I don't know why they chose mint colored trims. It feels like the kind of thing that some people will complain about toothpaste, but let's not start a war over that. There was also one for Maho Ako, and that one was yeah, it was definitely a lot more sussy than the other one, but at the same time, it's not the craziest stuff they have done for Maho Ako in spite of what some people may think. So while it was pretty cool, unfortunately, I would say the goods variety was a little limited, so I didn't buy too much. That said, I did find the look on Kiwi's face for one of the arts to be really funny, so that was pretty nice. One thing they did for the Maho Ako pop-up store and that they're starting to do for some other series as well that I kind of like is the fact that they're starting to sell these hard posters instead. So the poster itself, basically the back, is something that you can just peel off instead, and you can then paste it on the wall directly like this, and the material itself is very hard. I do like it because of the fact that it is fairly solid and of a material to begin with, so there isn't as much worry of it getting crumpled or damaged on accident either, and it makes it easier to store as well. Aside from that, right after the Blue Archive Fest as well as the last pop-up store, as per every single year, there is the second one, this time going on in Animate as well. I would say the one in Animate this time around, it just doesn't have the same level of display that it had the last few years, where in the past they would have two floors for it, one floor having the full display and the other floor of the store. This time around, they still had most of the stuff at least. They still had the Momo talks on the wall, trying to paint a little scene of the event that's going on with the characters and all of that. So I do like the fact that they go the extra mile, not just selling goods, but they also try and give it its own little theme. And it was especially funny to see Sensei get mistakenly arrested instead. So for anyone who's wondering, these are the postcards for the Blue Archive store this time. I managed to get a full set. One thing they did that I really like is the fact that they actually made it such that you got one postcard for each 1,100 yen spent, meaning that if you spent around 9,900, you would be able to get all of the postcards, which as you can imagine, it might be a fair amount of money, but it's a lot cheaper than not only just all of the previous Blue Archive pop-up stores, but even compared to most other pop-up stores in general. For the Maho Ako one, I think you only got one for every 2,200 yen spent, and there are some that give only one every 3,000 yen. That's it, that's all for today, and I'll see you all next week on